My name is David Roure, and I'm from the University of Southampton. I've been involved in eScience through the UK eScience programme. I came last year for a panel on the closing day about the future of grid computing. And it was very interesting because we had Malcolm promoting grid as the future, and I was invited to promote Web 2 as an alternative future. And it must have been a little bit successful because this year I was invited back to give the opening talk on Web 2 and then contribute to the discussion about the future. I thoroughly enjoyed. The students here are really, really good, so I thought it was fantastic. Web 2 is really a set of observations on how people are using the web. It is Web 1. It's how it's being used now, and therefore it's really a set of observations about how society is using this technology in 2008, and therefore it's very interesting because it brings that societal perspective, and we can apply that also to grid and to eScience. I don't think it's the universal solution, but I think the combination of Web 2 and Web, which is very widely adopted, with grid behind the scenes is very powerful, and I see that as the future. I also bring into that Semantic Web. Now, chronologically, we had Web, then we had the sort of Semantic Web movement, and then everyone got excited over Web 2. But I think it's really interesting to look now at that combination of Web 2 and Semantic Web, because what Web 2 gives you is this ability to mash things up, and we saw it with Google Maps. What Semantic Web gives you is a way of making data much more mashable. A common answer to that question is that it accelerates scientific progress, and actually I'm less interested in acceleration. I'm interested in doing stuff that just wouldn't have happened otherwise. And I think that's what's new. And I think we've actually got to a point now where we're ready to move to the next level, because through a few years of grid computing and eScience and e-research and cyber infrastructure, we've got a number of the pieces and we've got some experience there. We can now assemble those pieces to do new things. And we can bring together data that hasn't been brought together before. We can bring together researchers who haven't worked together before. So I'm seeing new science, new research, and potentially new disciplines emerging, and we'll see the way people do science changing.